Hello and welcome to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. This week we'll recap the race cards from Saturday, August 10. 9 races were on offer, including today's feature event, the second running of the Poor Little Rich Trophy. Let's begin with race 1. This was an optional claiming event going a distance of 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs, a 9-horse field set to go postward. A wide open contest with the 6-horse Sparkling Tradition hoping to finally shake her maiden tag after a career-long 36 attempts.
They're off for the first. Golden Emperor just a bit slowly out. In the Blood took off quickly. Toward the outside, the favorite Storm Valley. Time to say goodbye is also moving fast as the field arrive at the half mile and go rushing into that turn. Storm Valley on the outside, just the leader. Crushing Power now asked to overtake. Time to say goodbye. Sparkling Tradition is back in fourth, 5.5 off that lead. Last Hurrah making progress on the outside. In the Blood has been shuffled back through the field. Freedom for Reds racing out 3 wide and making gains. Golden Emperor has overtaken 1. That's Fiery Path as they've left the 5/16th and come thundering into the top of the lane. It's the favorite Storm Valley. The rider having up Pete behind him. Storm Valley out in front with a clear advantage. Last Hurrah racing out wide. Sparkling Tradition just toward the center and Crushing Paw the Grey closely follows these, but it is Storm Valley with a furlong to run opening up the distance. It is Old Storm Valley and Terrific Tevin Foster. He's easing down in the end. Storm Valley is cruising to victory in the first event and will take it by maybe 9 lengths, could even be more. Last Hurrah second. Fiery Path is third. Sparkling Tradition fourth. Golden Emperor is fifth.
No problems there for the 1-9 favorite Storm Valley in the first event, giving Terrific Tevin Foster a win to push his season tally to 83, and that puts him 4 clear of Radish Roman. Last Hurrah competes exacta. Decent exacta payout there with the 1-9 favorite, $386 for the exacta. The Quinella Plus is almost $446. Live ticket count on the regular 6. Everybody is off to a winning start. 4,712 with over 5.48 million in the net pool. Catch 9, 722 live tickets with over 797,000 in that net pool.
Leading rider Tevin Foster takes the day's first event aboard the 1-9 favorite Storm Valley, a 10-year-old dark bay horse trained and owned by Andre Adams, bred by Lakeland Farms Limited. Race 2 on the card was a claiming event for 3-year-olds and up. A competitive-looking 6-horse field with the 1-horse Tiger Express now reporting from the barns of Tenson Chung. Next to him, the Philip Lee conditioned Anonymous looking for a 3rd consecutive win.
They're off. Anonymous almost went down. Skillfully handled by Shane Ellis, but racing at the back of the field in the early exchanges as they leave the 7. Crimson comes away quickest of them all to get that lead. Curlin's Flight Inspired Miracle chasing as they make their way down the back stretch. Crimson Inspired Miracle nose to nose. Curlin's Flight just a neck down on the inside. These 3 are together as they charge toward the 5. Tigre Express is a further 2 lengths back, overtaken by Anonymous and Atomic Energy, a narrow trailer. A very tight grouping heads toward the half mile, about to make their way out of that back stretch, and Crimson attempts to go all the way. Inspired Miracle breathing down the neck of the leader, but needs to find a length and a tail to get to him. Anonymous now closing right against the rail. Atomic Energy running in fourth on the outside, maybe 3.5 separates those. Tigre Express is a break of 3 back, and Curlin's Flight now beginning to fade. 3/8 of a mile to run in the second event. And out in front, it is Crimson guiding them along. Anonymous now attacking on the rail as they leave the 5/16th. Crimson just off the rail. Anonymous right against it, and Crimson turns for home first. Here is Tigre Express now asked to run on 3 wide. Anonymous is down against the rail. It is a Crimson in the center. Anonymous has to be switched as Crimson darted down toward the fence. Tigre Express is trying to close up on the outside. Further back to Inspired Miracle and the rest, but Crimson is in charge. Approaching the final 16th, it's Crimson now beginning to bounce away from them. The favorite will win as a favorite should. Crimson will win easily in the end on the Shane Richardson by maybe 5.5 to 6. Anonymous is second. Tigre Express is third. Inspired Miracle is fourth.
No problems there for Crimson in the race number 2, making all the running over 7.5 furlongs. Shane Richardson riding there for trainer Carlton Cunningham and owner Ronaldo Nelson. That's the first of what I expect to be a double for the combination of Ronaldo Nelson and Carlton Cunningham. They have Rohan Kabir later on in race number 6. So keep your eyes on Rohan Kabir later on. Could be a double for the owner-trainer combination.
A good ride by jockey Shane Richardson to get the 4-5 favorite Crimson ahead of the pack. and finished with a comfortable 7-length margin, a third consecutive win for the 8-year-old gelding despite reporting for new connections. Saturday's third race on the card was a maiden special weight event for native-bred 3-year-olds. A small field of 6 set to go 5.5 furlongs or 1,100 meters. Robert Haldane was aboard Gary Sabrati's even money bet, the General.
Fielded line and sent off quickly. Queen Varna just a step slowly out. Indestructible rushes through and grabs an early lead, flashing past the 5. Gelroy and Another Mission, they race as a team. Queen Varna is 3 lengths in behind them, and the General in the all black with a red cap races last. A half a mile to run, and they go sprinting into the turn for home in this dash. Indestructible out in front, opens up some 4 lengths. Another Mission and Gelroy continue to team up in behind as the leader now leaves the 3. The General has made some progress but still has a lot to find, and Queen Varna is now at the back. They leave the 5/16th. They're coming into the top of the lane. Indestructible cruising under the hand right. Coming into it with a healthy-looking lead. Another Mission in the red cap racing on the outside. Gelroy is over against the rail, and now the General gets going. But Indestructible may just have stolen it. It's Indestructible being rolled over by a Radish Roman. They leave the furlong pole with what looks to be a commanding lead. The General is best of the rest, but back in the distance, Indestructible under a hand ride comes cruising in to take the third. No longer a maiden Indestructible, winning by maybe 8 or more. The General is second, Gelroy is third, Another Mission fourth, Queen Varna fifth.
No problems there for Indestructible, making it a gateway performance in race number 3. Radish Roman, aka Sneaky Fox, riding there for turn of Philip Elliott, more popular known as Juku. And they get the win, a convincing win to 8.5 lengths clear at 109 flat. The General completed exacta, $156 for the logical exacta. The General took a little while to get going, coming around the bend, but when they got going, he was well clear of the second runner-up, Gelroy, who was some 10 lengths in arrears to the General. Lap ticket count on the regular 6, 3,335, so quite a popular regular 6 so far, with 5.48 million in that net pool, and 422 tickets are intact on the kit sign with 797,000 plus in that net pool.
A gate-to-wire performance by the Sneaky Fox Radish Roman aboard trainer Philip Elliott's Indestructible, who was sent off as favorite at odds of 3 to 5. They completed the 5.5 furlong journey in 1 minute, 9 seconds flat with an 8.5 length win margin. Saturday's fourth event was a restricted allowance race going 5 furlongs straight. A 7-horse field declared to start. Trainer Philip Fiani had a double entry in Fearless Soul and Firecracker, breaking from gates 3 and 4 respectively.
They're off. Midnight Flight comes away hustling. Nearest to us, Prince Aman just between horses. Pope's Lady in the center, in behind Ride Nutty Ride. Train of Thought races over on the far side. Fearless Force in the red left out of it, and Firecracker not firing at the moment as they charge away now toward the final 3. Midnight Flight just the leader. Ride Natty Ride applying some pressure. Prince Aman now switched to the stand fence for his run as they drive toward the final quarter, and still Midnight Flight proves elusive. Prince Aman getting cracks at that right hand stick and asked to go in chase of this fleet-footed Midnight Flight. Over in the center, that's Pope's Lady in the red cap, but Midnight Flight continues to deny them. Prince Aman switched toward the center once again, but it is Midnight Flight out on that lead with a 16th remaining. Midnight Flight and terrific Tevin Foster. He's looking for a double. He's going to get it. Tevin Foster and Midnight Flight win by 5 or more over Prince Aman. Then Pope's Lady, Firecracker, Fearless Force.
So Midnight Flight gets a good break today and shows a lot of speed from the outside draw and makes most of the running to get the job done in race number 4. Tevin Foster on a double, and he rode a peach of a race there for trainer Byron Davis. Prince Aman completes exact return 938, so a decent exacta dividend there in the small field of 6.
A second win on the card for Tevin Foster, riding for trainer Byron Davis aboard his 5-2 bet Midnight Flight, beating Prince Hammond in second, Pope's Lady in third, and Firecracker in fourth. Race 5 on the card was an optional claiming event for 3-year-olds and up, going a distance of 5 furlongs straight. An 11-horse field reduced to 10 with a scratch of Dodge This Link from the 3 box. Jockey Roger Hewitt with the 23-1 bet. Babla upsets the apple cart and gives trainer Randolph Scott.
They're off. Duke of Springs, Lord of Ajalon. They break nearest to us as they sort themselves out. Capture My Ship is in the middle. Also in the middle in the green with the white sleeves, that's a Magical Mood. Print quality is close enough, if good enough at this stage. From Sheer to Ben and DeJay's Boy racing over on the far side as they sort themselves out. Babla now moves up to go for that lead. Capture My Ship in a handy position. These two now matching strides as they run toward the quarter pole. Behind them, Duke of Springs right against the rail. Lord of Ajalon just on his inside with AKA Storm, but it is a Babla who holds the advantage over Magical Mood and Capture My Ship now drifting to the stand fence. Babla out in front and under a drive. Inside now the final furlong. It is Babla under a very busy ride as they've left the furlong pole and begin to come to the final 16th. Roger Hewitt and Babla have stolen it, running right away from this field. They're not going to catch Babla. An easy and convincing winner in the end by maybe 6. Magical Mood is second, close between Last Lick. AKA Storm from Sheer to Ben is back in 5th.
An outsider there at 23-1, Babla, with Roger Hewitt in the saddle for trainer Randolph Scott and Oda Zelfa Ricketts. They get the victory in race number 5, upsetting the apple cart, and that indeed was a significant outsider. The live ticket count now down to 75 on the regular 6 side of Sing.
Jockey Roger Hewitt with the 23-1 bet. Babla upsets the apple cart and gives trainer Randolph Scott his first win on the Saturday card, beating a modest field in 1 minute, 1 3/5 of a second for the 5 furlongs journey. We take a break now on the Caymanas Park Highlight Show, and when we return, we recap the remainder of the card from Saturday, August 10. Welcome back to the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. We continue our recap, picking up from race 6 on the Saturday card. This was an optional claiming event for 3-year-olds and up, going 7 furlongs or 1,400 meters. A full field of 15 horses declared to go postward, with trainer Stephen Todd saddling 2 entries, Angelos, the mount of Tevin Foster, and Pro Johnny with Robert Hardball Halladine in the saddle.
They're off. JJ Warrior, the one getting off slow. Dallas Bushman toward the back early as well. As they make their way now toward the 6, Sensational Goal, Rohan Kabir and Kingswood, they match strides on that lead. They leave the 6. Secret Traveler racing just in behind them, always vigorous out wide. Angelos between horses, Traditional Boy now moves past those. Shaboom has to make some ground. That's the grey and the red with the green sleeves as they leave the 5. JJ Warriors in front of Always Right. Ferret is racing up next. A gap to Nala's Bushman, and Delay the Game is last of all the runners. They arrive at the half mile. There goes spinning into that turn, and it's up front with a battle. Kingswood right there against the rail. There goes a Sensational Goal on the outside, nosing to the front as they're about to arrive at the 3. These two do battle, and now Sensational Goal shakes loose of Kingswood. A length separates them. Rohan Kabir stoked up for run. Secret Traveler right with them. These 4 in with every chance as they're about to come into the top of the lane. It is Sensational Goal in the black silks. Rohan Kabir in the green and yellow now going at him. Sensational Goal continues to find more. Rohan Kabir is there toward the outside. Shaboom now quickens nicely, and Shaboom grabs the lead. It is Shaboom now beginning to come away from them. Sensational Goal is over on the rail. Rohan Kabir in the center, and out wide that's Secret Traveler. But it is Shaboom and Shane Richardson having them off their legs inside the final 16. Shaboom opening the gap up with every stride. Shaboom takes the 6 easily in the end by maybe 5. Tight between Sensational Goal and Secret Traveler. Nala's Bushman is next. Rohan Kabir in behind.
Shane Richardson takes the day's 6th event aboard the 9-1 bet Shaboom, beating a full field with a convincing 5.5 lengths win margin over second place finisher Secret Traveler. Running on in 3rd, Sensational Gold, and in 4th place, Nala's Bushman. Race 7 on the Saturday card was the day's feature event, the 2nd running of the Poor Little Rich Girl Trophy, an open allowance event for 3-year-olds and up, a star-studded field of 5 with the likes of classic winner Talita, the Ian Prasad trained Mahogany, Easy as ABC, Yellowstone, and Madeline Sunshine.
Starter ready, they're off. almost perfect start. Easy as ABC just left toward the back as they charge down the back stretch, and Yellowstone now sets out and gets that lead. Yellowstone out in front as they go blasting past the 6. Mahogany races up next. Madeline Sunshine on the outside. Easy as ABC racing back in fourth, just 3.5 to 4 off that lead. Right alongside running the rail, that's Thalita. They leave the 5/8 pole, and Yellowstone continues to lead. Mahogany now edging closer. Madeline Sunshine waiting on them to fold. Easy as ABC racing out wide. Thalita is the one between them as they charge away, leaving the half-mile marker, and the tempo now beginning to increase, and Mahogany now slips through and gets the better of Yellowstone at the 7/16. Easy as ABC taken out of cruise control now. Throttle opened, asked to go in chase of the fleet-footed Mahogany. Easy as ABC left 4 to 5 lengths back and under a ride. In behind them, Thalita asked to make ground. Madeline Sunshine right alongside, and Yellowstone after the early splits now found wanting as Mahogany has turned for home in the poor little rich girl and begins to pour it on. Inside the final 3/16, it seems to be all over. Mahogany is running away from Easy as ABC and the rest. A furlong to catch Mahogany. Now getting a crack or two of that left-hand stick. It's Mahogany and Shane Ellis, the Derby winning jockey, and he's going to win the poor little rich girl with Mahogany under another fine ride. Mahogany by 7 or more. Easy as ABC second, Thalita third. Madeline Sunshine is fourth.
So that's Shane the Cantaman Ellis aboard Mahogany in the Poor Little Rich Girl, and did exactly what he was expected to do. Sit behind the early speed of Yellowstone and then make a move. And then it should be all over bar shouting. So things went exactly according to plans there. And the numbers I gave you, 2, 3, 1, and 5, it came back exactly that way. 2, 3, 1, and 5 with an exacta, which returned $215, a trifecta, which returned $108. Easy as ABC checked in second. Fanita checked in third.
Multi-derby winner Shane the Cantaman Ellis, fresh off his milestone derby win, powers home the 7-year-old gelding to a mammoth 7 3/4 length win over the well-backed Easy as ABC, stopping the clock in a minute 26 2/5 of a second over the distance. Race 8, a maiden condition event for native-bred 4-year-olds and up, going 5 furlongs straight. An 11-horse field declared fit to face a starter. Trainer Donovan Plummer's Answer My Prayers in gate number 1 was set to make her long-awaited seasonal debut.
For the penultimate. 5 furlongs straight, they're off and racing. Sorting themselves out, Blinding Light is racing near the rail with a beautiful moon. Over toward the center, Equinox is showing good dazzling footwork, and Equinox may already be the overall leader and begins to tack near to us as they've sorted themselves out and make their way now toward the quarter. Equinox, beautiful moon under the stand fence, trying to keep pace, but it is Equinox in control. Beautiful moon chasing under the stand fence. A Blinding Light near the stand side as well. Money Must the Grey has drifted over here as well. But it's all Equinox at the moment. 3/16 of a mile to run. Can they catch this Equinox and Abigail Abel? They leave the furlong pole and continue to lead up. It is Equinox out in front. Beautiful Moon running the race of her life as Equinox keeps them off the legs. Beautiful Moon, the closest pursuer nearest to us. And Equinox will romp the 8th event. No longer a maiden. Beautiful Moon is second, Jet Ski Girl possibly third. It's close between Money Must and Blinding Light.
So that's Equinox winning on debut, and of course named after that pain reliever for the equine. So Equinox looked quite pain-free there, and one going away, won by some 5.5 lengths in a minute and 2/5 of a second, 5 3/4 lengths in a minute and 2/5 of a second. And the second quarter was running 22.3, the first quarter 24 flat, and stepped it up in the second quarter there. I went 46 3/5 of a second, so 22.3 for the second quarter. Equinox looked out of class, and of course she's imported in utero, and Equinox impressive in victory there. Abigail Abel for Jason Acosta and Lakeland Farms.
A fine ride by the princess of local racing, Abigail Abel, breaking well from the gate aboard the 4-year-old debutante Equinox, taking the lead at the 800-meter mark, leaving the field in her dust and finishing with 5 3/4 of a length victory margin. Saturday's 9th and final was a restricted allowance event going 5 furlongs straight. 12 horses in the field with a double entry for trainer Stephen Todd, with his 2 charges Show Me the Butcher and The Love of God breaking from gates 4 and 6 respectively.
They're off. Sister D gets a good start with Xylophonic Steel. Glittering Star and Waterman John race nearest to us. Ava's Sunshine is in the center and running quickly. Sugar Sugar also joining the leading pack as they've covered the first furlong and a half and make their way toward us. Xylophonic Steel showing speed. Sugar Sugar is there. Waterman John right against the stand fence. Just in behind them in the black with a red cap, that's a Glittering Star. Sister D is also traveling strongly in the yellow cap and the black as they make their way now inside the final quarter. Sugar Sugar battling Xylophonic Steel. Sister D is right there. Glittering Star and Waterman John all on the premises. Anyone can win from here. Manny Slam now begins to get going as several horses spread across the course at the furlong pole, and Sister D possibly the leader from Glittering Star. Manny Slam beginning to fly on the far side. It's Sister D. Manny Slam closing with a flourish on the far side. Sister D and Manny Slam, they've gone by. It's tight. Sister D and Manny Slam in the photo. Glittering Star is next ahead of Xylophonic Steel. Sugar Sugar could be just in front of Waterman John, but it's close.
Jockey O'Neill Mullins stays the day's curtain closer aboard trainer Gary Sobrati's Importy Sister D, who was sent off as favourite with odds of 2-1, beating Manny Slam, Glittering Star, Xylophonic Steel, and Waterman John, closing out the final high five spot. This has been another edition of the Caymanas Park Highlight Show. See you next time.